The ability to communicate effectively with other individuals plays a critical role in the lives of all animals. Many animals rely heavily on communication systems to convey information about the environment. The less a species or individual relies on verbal communication, the better they become at nonverbal communication, such as body language. Body language can be expressed as physical behaviors, such as facial expressions, body gestures, eye movement, touch, and use of space. When it comes to reading body language, other species are highly attuned and can often pick up on microscopic cues invisible to the naked eye. The ability to pick up on nonverbal cues about another person's intentions is known in psychology as the clever hands effect, and was named after a horse called Clever Hans. Hans was able to answer complex questions by tapping his hoof the correct number of times for the answers. It was eventually revealed that Hans was determining the correct answers to the questions by observing the subtle body language of the questioner and detecting minute changes when he made the appropriate number of taps. Dogs are also experts in reading body language. The Clever Hans effect is so strong in dogs that while training for drug and rescue search, the trainers have to be kept naive as to where the search objects are hidden, because if they know where the hidden object is, the dogs can figure it out just by reading their body language. Body language can be more effective than verbal language in differentiating real from false information. Gestures speak louder than words, and split-second movements, often undetectable to the untrained eye, can expose deceit or genuine emotions. As body language experts, horses and dogs can read people's intentions, and they can tell when people are lying. The ability to communicate complex information with body language is made possible by a hyper-awareness of others and their intentions. And animals can be so attuned to others' intentions, they can mirror their behavior. The subtle cues used to communicate information include eyebrow movements, eye blinking, direction of eyes, pupil dilation, changes in postural and muscle tension, body position and direction, head movements, changes in breathing rate, lip configuration, and microscopic facial signals. Facial expressions convey information on emotion and intent. Research has shown that pigs can signal their intentions to other pigs using facial expressions. Faces are an essential source of information for social species. Studies found that sheep could use images of faces displaying different emotional states as cues in a simultaneous discrimination task. They can perceive the emotional valence displayed on faces, and this valence affects learning processes. Primates have developed their own sign language. Wild chimpanzees have been seen to use at least 66 different hand signals and movements to communicate with each other. Chimpanzee gestures change meaning according to the specific context in which they are used, in the same way humans communicate. And communication gestures follow the same rules as human linguistics. Researchers analyzed more than 2,000 individual gestures performed by bonobos, which fell into 33 gesture types and elicited 14 different reactions from the recipient. we observed orangutans using gestures to achieve goals. Video footage yielded a total of 441 gestures. The researchers say more signals are likely to be identified in the future. Other species gesture with different parts of their bodies. Ravens use their beaks and wings, much like humans rely on our hands to make gestures, such as for pointing to an object. Fish use their fins to signal to others. Zebras bob their heads to attract attention and initiate social interactions such as grooming or moving together. Animals in groups have to communicate specific information, such as the initiation and direction of travel, where to find food, what activities to perform, and changes in social order. These group decisions require group communication. Animal groups have signals to vote for preferred options. Across a wide range of species, signals are intricately linked with the coordination of group movement. Deer decide to move when over 60% of the group stand up. Gorilla groups move when the majority of adults call. In baboons and monkeys, the majority votes by movements. In elephants, decisions are reached when the majority of adult females make low rumbles. Swans use head movements, and when the intensity of movement reaches threshold, the group flies. Buffaloes use direction of gaze, and direction of travel is decided when the majority of adult females look in the same direction. Capuchins vote with majority calls to decide the direction they will travel in. Vocal signals are commonly used to initiate changes in group state, such as collective departures, or to aid in initiating a meetup, and are frequently associated with the coordination of cooperative behaviors, such as mobbing of predators, or collective action against competing groups. A simple example of coordination mediated by global communication is the use of vocal quorums, where a group travels only after multiple group members produce a particular vocalization. Vocal signaling is also likely to affect the balance between shared and unshared decision-making in collective decisions. Individuals might regard individually distinctive calls from certain members of their groups as more important or reliable. Thus, vocal distinctiveness could cement relationships of influence within groups. On the other hand, individuals may also include variable components to their signals, encoded in aspects such as signaling rate, frequency shifts, or other modulations. Such vocal modulations can then affect how strongly conspecifics respond to their calls. For example, if certain characteristics are perceived as higher urgency. Responses to many frequently emitted calls can be subtle, and individuals may not show a clear and immediate response to a specific signal, but rather their behavior likely depends on a complex social, spatial, and acoustic landscape.